So this is the website called hotglue.me, and you can watch some videos and learn how it works, but I'm just going to go through and show you that after you register, you'll get an email, and then you end up getting to a new blank page. That will look a lot like this. In edit mode, you'll notice that I think after you log in, I believe it'll have the word edit after it. Or maybe question mark in edit. But either way, you can either click or double click to get different options. If I double click, that's going to give me the option to choose my background color. And I'll just go with this kind of lighter beige. When you want to add images from your computer, you click, and this is where you insert your PNG files. And for me, I might have some images that I might want to use from when I cut out my marks. And it will load it, and we'll drop that. Once you've got your image in here, there's a couple things you can do. You can click it, go towards the marching ants corner and resize it. Now it will resize if you don't click and hold shift in just one direction. Once I hit shift, it keeps its shape proportional. So that's one form of change you can do to it. When you click it, you can also clone it, Dolly the Sheep style. And then that clone, each time you click it, you can resize it. So now I've got this new compound shape. You can also change its transparency. You click, hold, and you can move it to the left and it becomes more transparent. Or you can move your mouse more to the right and it becomes more opaque. Transparent, opaque. So let's go with, it's not very exact, so it's kind of like people who cook and kind of give loose measurements. So I'll say this is maybe 50%. But let's say you wanted this to be, I mean, it's kind of hard to do with this one because it's going to be hard to see because it's only black on black, but you can change the what's in front. So if this is here, maybe I'll try with this little one. Let's see if it changes what's in front of what. No, it's too hard to see. I'll have to make a text box first so you can see the order of layers. So here's a new text box. It automatically gives you a color. You can change the size. You can type in words. But right now I'm just using this because I want the text box to help me give a sense of order. So this is where it's in front and that's where it's in back. Same thing with the PNG file. If I click this, I can make it go behind it or in front of it. So technically this is in front of everything, which is only a hassle because now if I want to click either the text box or this little one, it's really only selecting the top thing. If I want to stay still and not move, you can also freeze it in place with this little lock. And now I do believe you should be able to click and move things around it easier, but you still have to click outside of its bounds. So it's good to crop your image as tight as you can in your PNG just so that you can move things around easier. The other things you can change in this include things like text if you so wish. You can change the, oh, I'm having trouble clicking. Also, there's no undo button, just so you know. So sometimes that can be a little frustrating. But let's lock this for now. Make it easier to select this text. I believe you can change either the background color by clicking that, the text color by clicking this, or no, that's the field box for the, okay. This is the font color. This is the size of your text. If I move it up and down. Down or up makes the word smaller, down makes the words bigger, up makes the word smaller. I'll shrink this so you can see it a little bit better. If I need to center the text, you can click onto it and move your cursor as you click and hold. That changes where the words are. You can play around with what all these different things do. This one changes whether or not it's aligned center or the left. This one changes the spacing between words and other words. This one changes the spacing between words up and down from each other. This is the type of style of text, so this has a very limited amount of fonts. And you should let go of the text just to see how does it actually form. Sometimes you need to change the box itself, and that's where the words will move around on you. So that is the essentials to hot glue, other than, let's say you want to include YouTube clips. You can actually embed a YouTube video or Vimeo video by putting in the video there. And same thing with the video. You can even change the video's opacity. You can change its order. And that's really unusual. Normally on websites, you can't really mess with the opacity of a video. There's lots of other options here, but you won't need to worry about them because they're if you want to do other links to other websites or a link within the website to other parts of your website. And then finally, for organizing things or for adding things, you can embed another web page. But what I wanted to show you as well was if you double click, that's where you can change, I believe, the name of your page. And you can also do this thing that says show or hide grid. This is actually how a lot of designers make things, is they tend to work off of a grid to keep things aligned. And you can still select your things and put them on the edges. You can also use the cursors to move them left and right, up and down, using the arrow keys. And double click to turn it off. If you want to see this again, I want to say, oh, that's what it is. If you click and hold and you go up, down, left, right, you can see how it changes your grid. And the reason why the grid is also interesting to me is that I believe you can clone something and it clones it in the same space of the grid. I believe that's how it's making what spaces it goes down on, and moves it down and to the right. And that is a very simple collage way of making a website. And anytime you want to see what it looks like on its own, you would erase the part that says edit, and then you just kind of hit enter, and this will bring me back to the main website. But on your page, it will show you exactly what the person is seeing that visits your website. Good luck.